Rap and Reason Podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins. All right, we are back with another episode of Rap and Reason Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Dr. Jeremy C. McCool.
And I'm Earl Hopkins. What's going down, man?
What's good, bro? This is episode 52, man. We are officially 1 year into the podcast, man.
Whew, that has the year flown by for you, bro, or has it been a grind?
Absolutely, bro. I feel like it's flown by, man. It's definitely been a grind, but I feel like this podcast has become like such a normal part of my routine that it just didn't feel like it's been 52 episodes, to be honest.
No, it hasn't, and that's how I feel. It's almost like medicine to me. Like, oh, I need to hop on the pod. I need to talk about music, or this new release just dropped. I have to listen to it because I know I'm gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? So it's an essential part of our weekly now. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. And I feel like the dope thing about this podcast is it's made me um analyze music more and listen to more music than I probably would on a regular basis. We both are big hip hop fans in general, but I feel like this makes it more urgent. Like usually I would kind of put off certain albums and be like, oh, I'll get to it eventually. But like with the podcast, it's like, oh, I got to listen to this when it releases, which is dope, man. I feel like but yeah, definitely a part of the normal routine.
Yeah, and that urgency, like a lot of these albums on this list, I probably would have like kind of set aside and try to focus on one because there were a lot of releases this week, bro. Like,
Absolutely.
where it comes to the Clipse, which we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about a new Clipse album, which we've been hyping.
Bro,
We've been locked in on Let God Sort Them Out for a while, bro.
for a while, bro. That has been a huge talking point of this podcast. A lot of anticipation for it, so we definitely got to talk about Let God Sort Them Out. We also going to talk about do we believe that album is Grammy worthy, or there's songs on there that we feel like are Grammy worthy as well thus far. Man, there's a U.S. and UK rap beef that's going on. You know what I
Believe it or
mean?
not.
So we
Yeah.
got to get into that, man. That's kicked off, and there was a song that's been dropped right as we hit record on this podcast, so we have to go through that as well. Drake says London rappers are better than U.S. rappers. We'll
All
talk
right.
about that. Uh, yeah, man. Travis Scott decided that he wanted to send a couple shots at Pusha
Yeah,
on
he
his
did.
new album, and then we'll
Mhm.
talk about his new album, Jackboys, too. So yeah, we have a lot to get through today, man, and a lot has happened in hip hop. But yeah, I agree, man. If it wasn't for this podcast, the only album on here I'll be listening to right away would have been Clipse.
Right away. Like, and I would have, and honestly, that's how it was for me. I listened to that from Thursday night up until like really the pod. I was listening to it. So that's how great that I feel the album is, bro. It's a really, really good album.
Yes, sir. Let's get
Yeah,
into it, man. So,
let's do it.
uh, this past week, man, the Clipse have released their first album as a group in what, 15 years? I think
Yeah,
it's
15,
15.
16.
Yeah, it might
Yeah.
be going on 16 years, man.
Mhm.
Called Let God Sort Them Out. This is post Malice's hiatus from the group. He released a couple of solo projects throughout that time where he was absent from the group, the Clipse, that were more faith based.
Mhm.
But this is his first return to the group, the Clipse, man, and this has been one of the most anticipated albums I would say in hip hop in a while, probably since Kendrick Lamar's release, I would
Yeah.
say. And they did a great job of marketing. And to start off with the marketing, man, I've never seen, and I can freely say this. I don't think I've ever seen a better album roll out in hip hop. At least not in my
Not
lifetime.
in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of one, bro, where it was like they were on every platform known to man on the release date. I mean, they were on Tiny Desk, Breakfast
Yeah.
Club, but Joe Budden podcast. They were literally in every hip hop space that you would have wanted to see them in. They appeared. It was crazy.
Even on Apple, like, and what the thing
Apple.
was too, they were breaking like certain segments or pieces of the interview out on specific days of song releases and everything else. And a lot of the full interviews didn't release until the day of the album's release. So that's just a credit to their marketing team and them
It's
themselves, bro, to like kind of map that out was crazy.
Yeah, it was insane to see. And I have to give them random credit for something else. How they had on different outfits on every one of these things. I was like, bro,
I was about to say that.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you, bro. I noticed it. I was thinking in my mind, I'm like, bro, how many fits did y'all travel with when y'all went to New York to do this press run? Because everything they have different. Okay, I'm like, this had to be within a 1 day or 2 day span of all of these interviews.
They was
So you
getting
know that. So
fits
I wasn't the
off.
only one who noticed this. I was like, maybe I'm paying too much attention to detail here, but
No, no, but I feel like with a Clipse project, a Clipse rollout, you have to pay attention to the details. Like there's luxury rap and then there's luxury. Like when it comes to their branding and marketing, Claus designed the album cover, like, and they had fits all, bro. They using whatever, plugs they got at Louis Vuitton with Pharrell being the director, the creative director, they using all that cachet to their advantage because they had on
absolutely.
LV, they had on this, that. So they was getting fits off and bars off for
And they
this one.
probably, and I would imagine that they're getting that they're. I don't know this, but I'm assuming that they're brand ambassadors for LV at this point, and that they're getting paid to wear it. I would assume so. Just
And if not, they need to be.
if not, then something
They
needs
need to
to
be.
be changed ASAP. But I would imagine that that was the case, especially with Pharrell as the creative director there. But man, we got to get into this album, man.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
start off with it only makes sense. The intro song, man. Birds Don't Sing. What were your thoughts, man, as this album started and you heard the first track on this featuring John Legend? What did you think?
Listen, so we talked about this just based off the track list. We already knew it was going to sound. I think we had an idea of how it would sound. Now, actually listening to this record, bro, I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I almost got emotional, bro. Like
Hey,
the way the vulnerability on this record from Push talking about how, the moment he saw his mom, like, and how she was like, yo, you're going to Turks for Thanksgiving and everything in
mm,
November, and how that moment he felt like she was telling him secretly, like, I'm going to
mm,
be gone soon, and how he now looks at November is a lot different, right? Like, so, and then Malice talking about his father, their father, and how instrumental he was in their lives, like from fishing trips to, talks about their spirituality or religions, things like that, bro. It was just a beautiful song from top to bottom.
man.
John Legend, bro, he's tailor made for songs like this, bro. Like, and so he
Yes.
just took it over the top. And I think this was to start the album like this, that just lets you know what type of headspace that both the brothers are in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Where they could have usually a song like this is placed on the back of the
Absolutely.
album as an outro or back half at the very least. But to put this at the forefront, it was almost like this is where the Clipse are right now. This is the kind of music and kind of message we want to spread. I heard Pusha T say in an interview recently, among the 100 interviews it seemed like they did for the rollout, like, yo, people just say it's coke rap. I don't need to defend myself anymore. We're so much more than that, and we've done so much more than that. And I think the intro to this was a prime example.
I could not agree more. The amount of vulnerability in both of their stories that they told, it was just something I hadn't heard in hip hop in a long time. And I think
Mhm.
especially Pusha T's verse, man, I agree, man. That's the same thing that I noticed with him being vulnerable enough to say like, you was checking boxes and I was checking my mentions. You know what I mean? To be able to say like, I was too wrapped up in social media and what was going on to notice the signs that you were sending me. It was I had to, man. I was late to a meeting. I played this song in my car. I couldn't get out my car until it finished. I was like, I have to. I sat through it and just had to sit with it for a minute. Like, man, this is definitely an emotional song. It probably one of the. I haven't gotten emotional. I feel like about a hip hop song in a couple years, like a
Mhm.
newer song.
Yeah,
This was one of those moments, man. It was just a really deep story, man. And I think both of their verses really were just profound, man. I thought it was just a beautiful song. And I think that Malice, I saw in an interview that he had disclosed that he was the one who actually found both of his parents deceased.
Mm.
And that they passed 4 months apart from each other, which is entirely a different level of trauma that comes from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, for them to lead out the album with this, I can't think of an album that is led with this type of record, at least not in modern time. So I think that it was different, man. It was a risk to start off an album with a song like this, and I think it worked.
It paid off. It definitely paid off. And to then go from that to like the rest of these songs, man. Like among Listen, we already heard So Be It. We heard Ace Trumpets. How do you feel like, especially with that intro kicking it off, how do you feel about the rest of the album, bro?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, man. This album exceeded my expectations. I mean, I
Mm.
like 90% of the records on here. I love. I think that the
Mm.
production was amazing. I think that Pharrell did a good job on the production of having moments where the beat wasn't overbearing or overpowering what they were saying. I think he did a good job of dropping the beat out to really emphasize the vocals, or him or the engineer who they were
Mhm.
working with, to emphasize the vocals on these tracks, and I think it really shined through, man. I really like most of these records. Chains and Whips, of course,
Fire.
amazing. Kendrick Lamar's verse on there is insane. Um, yeah, amazing verse from Kendrick. Like,
Yeah.
POV, one of my favorite songs on here, man. I'm gonna say
That's my favorite
Pusha
song.
T's verse,
Yeah.
insane.
It's
Pusha T
crazy,
left
bro.
Earth. Both of them did on that song, but Pusha T's verse on there, he left Earth on POV. That one is one of my favorite joints on here. Of course, we already said, man, Ace Trumpets, fire. So Be It, fire.
Mm.
Um, All Things Considered, I thought was cool. That's not one of my favorite songs on there, but it's still a solid record. Um, Mike Tyson Blows to the Face, man, hard.
It's hard. It's hard.
All production insane. EBI also still hard. Like this whole
Mhm.
this all of this back to back is just another one of my favorite joints on here is FICO. Hard.
Yeah, with your boy Steve got cooks, man. Or Stove got cooks.
Stove God Cooks, man, went insane on here. All the rapping on here is amazing.
Mm.
Yeah, bro, it's just top to bottom, bro. Like Inglorious Bastards, hard.
Hmm.
Um, So Far Ahead is probably one of my least favorite songs on here. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't like the hook.
Yeah.
So that kind of took me out of it. I know that, and there are a lot of songs that are basically like, I'm so far ahead of y'all. I'm getting, I got all this stuff. I just usually don't like them type of songs. It's just not my bag. I just don't. It rarely works. Jay-Z is one of the few who can get those off where it's cool.
Mm.
Yeah, I just didn't. That's probably my least favorite song here, So Far Ahead. Let God Sort Them Out, amazing. My only complaint to
Yeah.
that song is Nas needed a longer verse.
He needed longer, and I'll talk about it. I think it could have been a better verse, but that's neither here nor
Really?
there. Yeah, I wasn't feeling this verse at all.
What?
I
Okay.
wasn't, bro. I
What?
wasn't.
What? All right, and then By Grace of God, man, fire.
Yeah, that's
Fire.
fire. That's a
Fire.
great closeout
A
for sure.
great closeout of the
Yeah.
album, man. Yeah, man. What were your thoughts?
No, this album is really good. I would even go to say it's great.
Oh yeah.
Every song you name, bro, I rock with. And I love my favorite moment is Pusha T's verse on POV, bro. Get you $5,500 to host it out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro,
He
he's
was
on
talking. He
God
was
level
talking.
with
Yeah,
this.
he was talking to folk, man.
He was talking to like they spirit, they heart, like like these bars was crazy all throughout the project. And I actually love Tyler on that. I think
I did
Tyler, the
too.
creator, is a big, huge Clipse fan. So I think he like really lived up to the moment, the hype. You could tell he been wanting this for years, probably since he was a
Yeah.
kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Um,
liked his verse on there too, man. And when I saw that he was featured on here, I didn't fully know how I
mhm.
would like him and Clips together, but it worked. I liked
It
it.
worked. It worked. He fit right in. And like ironically, bro, I thought I would grow tired. Like usually when it comes to people's albums and they release some singles, especially like well in advance of an album. In this case, it was like what Ace Trumpets came out maybe a month ago. So
Mhm.
be it maybe some weeks ago, whatever the case. I thought I usually skip those. I usually grow tired of the singles just because I
Mhm.
played them so much. Nah, bro.
But
Those are
those
still
two
among
songs are too amazing. Like they released two of some of the best songs on here early. So
yes. And they
I
fit
agree.
right in. They
Yeah, I didn't
fit
skip them. I
perfectly.
didn't skip them when I listened to the whole thing either.
You have to play it, like you know what I'm saying, because then you get to all things considered, which I like. I like pushing the Dreams other collabs a little bit better, but I think like this still was solid. Now I'll go on to say this, like my only complaints because I love FICO, Glorious Bastards. I love the majority of Let God Sort Them Out. And By the Grace of God is just fire, especially timely given the stuff we're seeing when it comes to rappers, legalities and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Um, the only ones I was kind of worried about or like I kind of brushed past or skipped, ironically, was when Pharrell was on the hook. I don't know what it is, man. Like I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of like EBITDA's beat, and I really didn't like Pharrell on the hook. I didn't like him on So Far Ahead either. I think that's why it took me out of those songs, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I would agree with those. With those two specifically, I would agree. I think, but I loved his hook on the final track though.
Yeah, I did too. I
By
did
the grace
too.
of God, I loved how he sounded on there. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Him on so far ahead, I don't know. It just sounded corny to me. I did not like that hook at all. I would say those that yeah, I would agree. Those two are my least favorite songs on this whole thing. Inglorious Bastards is amazing.
Amazing though. Amazing.
Amazing, bro. And I think that overall, bro, like this project is it really just shows number one, you can hear the growth of the clips of both of them
Hmm.
as MCs. You can hear uh Pusha T's production on here. I mean, not Pusha T, Pharrell's production on
Browns.
here is amazing.
Hmm.
I really just think that I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna sit with this a while before I make this claim. This might be my favorite Clips album. I'm gonna be
Oh wow. Wow.
my
That's
favorite
high
Clips album.
praise,
Top to
bro.
bottom, as far as like how much of it I love. I think this might be my
Yeah.
favorite Clips album. And I'm gonna go back to Lord Willing to make sure I'm not
Yeah.
tripping. Cause Lord Willing is amazing. As of
Yeah.
now, that's my favorite. But I love this album though. And I think that it
Yeah.
has a really unique sound that we don't hear that's not it sounds it still sounds modern, but it sounds drastically different than everything else that's out right now. And I think
Yeah.
that's what I love about it. And just man, Malice is just on here talking.
Crazy.
His verse on By the Grace of God, his verse on Inglorious
Crazy.
Bastards, his verse on FICO, like hearing him, man, he is just in rare form. Like I'm gonna be honest, after hearing this album, I want to hear Malice solo project, bro.
Yeah, no, I need that. I need that for
I,
sure.
I feel like we need a Malice solo project, and he has also said that they asked him was if he did a solo project on the Joe Budden podcast. They asked him
Hmm.
would he go back to the name No Malice if he does another solo project. And he said no. So
That straight malice. Yeah.
I'm interested to hear what a solo project from him is going to sound like, in 2025 and 2026. But yeah, in the Clips, they got to double back with another album. They can't take another 5, 10, 15 years. Nah, y'all got to drop again.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
this is an amazing project.
Yeah, nah, this is amazing. What a way to cap it off too, like or jumpstart something anew. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know if I would compare it. I don't know. I love Lord Willing. I love Hell Have No Fury. It
I
would
do
be
too.
tough, but like this is undoubtedly like my favorite mainstream album release this year. Probably
Oh yeah,
hands
that's
down
it's
so
not
far.
to me it's not even close.
Yeah,
I don't even
like
think this
it's
is
it's
this is
there.
like a significantly better than all the other hip hop releases that have come out this year so far that I've heard.
Yeah.
Now there's some releases I haven't heard yet. So out of the hip
Hmm.
hop releases that I've listened to so far this year, and I think one it's a couple albums I feel like we might need to go back to that we didn't
Yeah.
review on this podcast. I think we didn't give G Herbo's project
Mm.
it's just due because I went back to it and I was like, oh no, it's some heat on there.
Yeah.
There's a couple of projects that we haven't reviewed yet. So, but out of the ones I've heard, this is light years ahead of
Yeah.
every hip hop release that has come out this year thus far.
For
So
sure.
yeah, they've set the bar. They've set the bar really high with this one.
Really high. Like, and I know you mentioned like Grammy noms. Since we halfway through the year, I think the Grammy nominations, like they cap off like late fall. So
Hmm.
like we only got a couple months. Right now, like I think The Birds Don't Sing. I think that's easily like Grammy nominated or
Oh,
potential winner off top.
I
Off
think
top.
I think it needs to be nominated for not only rap song of the year, it needs to be nominated for song of the year.
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah.
think I don't try to limit this one to just rap. Absolutely not. This is an amazing
Exactly.
song across the board. I've never heard I've never heard a song from this perspective before in hip hop. And
Mm,
I've listened to a lot of hip hop music, but for
yeah.
him to rap about for them to rap about their mother and father from those lenses with John Legend on the hood, it's just an amazing record. So this needs to be nominated for record of the year for sure.
For sure. And I actually think, you know what it reminds me of, kind of? Like totally different, totally different. But it reminds me of Killer Mike's what is it? Science and that one like the album won like album of the year or rap album of the year a
Oh,
couple years ago.
I don't know why it's slipping my mind right now.
Yeah. I forgot what it's called.
The his project is I don't want to we can't disrespect it because it's a fire album. Oh,
Yeah.
Michael,
Yep. And
yeah.
so like it reminds me of the record with him Future and somebody else I'm missing, but it's just grandiose, bro. It fits the moment. And this one, if you really listen to it and listen to the lyrics, bro, and that again, that vulnerability, to me, there's no doubt this could be not only rap song of the year, but record of the year, song of the year too. It has that potential. We just saw Kendrick win over calling somebody, you know what I mean? You know.
Facts.
So like, come on, bro. Like, you know.
Yeah, you
So
got this.
yeah.
This record has to be in that conversation. Like, if it doesn't, yeah, either they didn't submit for it or they got robbed. That's just how that's looking. It needs to at least be nominated at bare minimum.
At bare minimum,
At
man.
bare
Yeah.
minimum, this Birds Don't Sing has to be nominated, bro. But just an amazing record like I said, that's unlike any record that I've heard. So that needs to be in the consideration. It's a heartfelt record that I think that's really going to impact a lot of people who've lost their parents. Like this is now a record that they have to go back to to help them cope with what they went through. So I this is one of those records that this definitely needs to be nominated.
Definitely.
And this
Definitely.
and this album is 100% rap album of the year. No questions
No
asked.
question from me. No question from me. Unless like hell freezes over, like in the next few months, bruh.
Unless
I don't.
unless we get cold dropping,
Yeah.
double back and drop some. Like I can't see this not winning. I mean, from what's been released thus far, unless Hove drop, unless
Right.
like unless one of them come out and drop something crazy. Yeah,
I don't see it.
that's what it's looking like, man.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, and so man, look, they set the bar high, man. I'm looking forward to more releases, but this is the album I'll be playing for a while.
I'll be playing this for the next 6 months, bruh. Like
Absolutely.
for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
this is one of those albums that is absolutely gonna stand the test of time. It's well produced, bars, it's everything that
Mhm.
I want as a hip hop fan in there.
Yeah. And it's very much proof that when it comes to US rappers, UK ain't touching us. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta get into it, man.
They ain't
We have
touching
to get
us.
into it. And the only reason, if I had to rank that album, um, right now, just off the top of my head, from
Mhm.
out of 10, I would probably give it like a 9 easy. And the reason why I'm even giving it not a 9.5 is just because you know me, for it to be a 10, I need something conscious in there. I don't feel like
Mhm.
they really tackled any real social issues or anything like that in there. But 9 easy. And to get into UK rap
Yes. Yes.
and Drake. So Drake decided on a tour to get on stage and say that he felt, and mind you, to be fair, he was in London. So he might have been pandering a little bit because he's in London while he's saying it. But
Right.
regardless, he decided to go up and say that he feels like London rappers are far ahead of both US rappers, and he even said even Canada rappers. And he said even Canada rappers, like that's
We only
whatever.
know you, bro.
You and Tory Lanez, brother.
Come on.
Stop it. But so that's what he ended up saying, man. So off of that, what do you think about that statement?
That statement is ridiculous, bro, because because US rappers, especially coming from Drake, who
This is the motherland, brother.
come
That's
on, bro, it's the motherland and Drake, you have like bit the style of like artists, our
of
artists.
almost all of them.
And your biggest songs, well, you know, he's a huge artist. Let me not do that. But he's frequently collaborates with Atlanta artists, artists across like the map, and it's all in the US are among his best collaborations who have morphed or helped create his best projects. So by that virtue
Helped to write
alone,
some of his music.
help him write some of his music, bruh. So like that, based on that alone, I don't even know what you're talking about. You shouldn't even have a dog in the fight because you're from Canada. It doesn't even make any sense.
And
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Kendrick whooped the US out of that man.
Yo.
Let me tell you, Kendrick has made this man hate America. you,
Yo.
you know how bad you got to get beat in a rap beef to dislike the whole country.
I guarantee he hasn't booked a flight to Atlanta since then, bro. in a year.
Bro,
He couldn't
it
have.
is insane. It is
Yeah,
insane,
man.
bro. That statement alone is so ridiculous. And to be clear, I am not, and I'm gonna speak on both sides. I'm not the biggest fan. Well, number one, I'm not a fan of UK drill at all. I
Yeah,
think
you
we've
don't
talked
like
about this
UK
on
drill.
this. We've talked
Yeah.
about this on this the podcast. I don't like it sonically. I don't.
Hmm.
It's not my thing. All right. But there are some rappers who have come out of London that I advocate for that I think are fire, and even that I've used in the class. I don't know if you're familiar with Dave.
Yeah, Dave is fire though.
Dave is hard. You know what I mean? I've used some
Mm.
of his records. He has some conscious, profound records that I've even used in my classes. One being a record. My first time hearing him was a song he had called "Black" that I would highly
Hmm.
recommend anybody listening to. If you
Yeah.
if you want to listen to a conscious record that's from that area, listen to Dave. A record called "Black" Fire. He has a lot of records that I really like. But at, he's not. If I take a conscious rapper from here, it's like
Waxing it.
it's not, but like what they're doing renditions of what was built here. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
they're not a lot of the MCs there haven't graduated to the lyricism of the super lyrical rappers here yet. And we'll get
And I
into that
agree.
when we talk about some of the diss records that have come out. All right.
Hmm.
But yes, I think it's ridiculous, bro.
I think it's ridiculous. And again, like I'm actually a fan of like the whole
You like
UK
UK drill.
drill. Yeah, I like UK rap. Like Central C Dave. I've been listening to Skepta for years because he's been out for years. But like when it comes to like those are the main three that I go to. There's Nims who I've recently like been like you know what I mean listening to, but in essence, bro, it's that simple. Like they can't keep up. Like they haven't graduated or evolved to the levels to match like a US rapper. And
No.
they honestly shouldn't be. They're across the pond. They haven't hip hop hasn't been rooted as long. But also like
No,
when it comes to that, they just can't even the music doesn't really necessarily translate as well as the US's music translates over there. And I think, and
I mean
we'll
it's
get
because
into it, but
it
yeah,
and because it was created here. You know what I mean? And I think that
right.
it's organic to the experiences of Black Americans. So it's hard to you're doing a rendition of it,
Mm,
which is great. I love that hip hop is spreading internationally. Brazil has a big hip hop wave right now where they're speaking on a lot of
huge.
the conscious, well, a lot of the social issues that they're dealing with in Brazil, as far as racism, police brutality, all of that being rampant there. So like, I love that hip hop is spreading internationally,
Yeah.
but stop it.
And
Just
people always make it seem like it's the accent, bro. It's for me, it's not. Like I can embrace that. Why? Is because like we have so many interesting like cadences, flows, because and also that's a piece of it. The US has so much diversity within rap. Like when you think of UK rap, you really only think of one to two sounds. The
right.
US you can think of like five, six. And so like the accent for me is not a big deal because I can listen to somebody from Mississippi, like we can listen to a Big Crit who has a southern accent, and we
Mhm.
can listen to a New York artist who has more of an East Coast like, accent or whatever. For me, I can get past the UK accent. It's very different, obviously, but I can get past that and just listen to the bars. Once you get past the accent, you actually listen to the bars, the conversation is dead from that point too.
And,
Because the US is so much ahead, bruh. Like, come on,
and
man.
I'm gonna be honest, that's where we disagree. The accent,
Mm.
I can't get past the accent with the violent music.
Boopity bop 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 bop, bop, bop.
I'm out. With David, doesn't bother me because he's rapping about there's substance there, so it doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. But for some reason, once you get to the drill and trying to, I don't know, man, it just doesn't work for me, man. I'm just out, bro. You like
Yeah.
talking about violence in that proper of a manner is just not gonna work for me. I'm just
So gentlemanly, yeah.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You can't sound like you from Hogwarts. Let me stop. It's
Bro.
not working, bro. UK drill is just not. It's not for me. It's not.
Yo.
It takes me out of it. But other than that, the hip hop that has substance, it doesn't
Mm.
bother me.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, it doesn't the accent doesn't bother me at all. I know some people who can't listen to like more what's that like Caribbean art like they can't listen to Vibes Cartel because they're like, oh, the accent throw me off. I'm like, I don't know. I'm so used to like, cause you and I grew up listening to a not only hip hop, but like a across like music across the diaspora. So like I'm accustomed to hearing like a West African or Ghanaian artist like rap over. Like, so that's not a thing for me. But
Yeah,
I could see how people can't get past. I can see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand
and
it.
it might be I might be biased because I'm from where drill music started.
That,
So
but I would
that
think you have a clearer mind because of that though. Cause you like, yo, I know the original.
which is
Like,
why I know this isn't good.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
I mean,
I
yeah.
it just doesn't I don't know, it does not resonate with me at all. But like I said, the artists that are there that are rapping,
Yeah.
they get busy, and I respect it. And like I said, with those artists who have a real message in their music, from different countries, it doesn't bother me because it's the accent adds on to it because I'm hearing about your experiences there. I'm not
Right.
hearing you rap about doing a drill. You know,
Yeah.
you
And
know
I
that
think,
that doesn't
oh,
work
go
for me.
ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it translates because like we find like in Skepta, like Skepta grew up, I want to say he grew up in North London. I don't know, bro. But basically like his actual experiences growing up, we can relate to it like growing up in the States. It's not so much different. I think that's when they're at their best, when they're actually drawing and pouring into those conscious messages, talking about their upbringing and things like that. You know what I mean? Because it can
right.
translate. Um, I could see, I don't mind accent, but I could see how when it comes to drill specifically, how
Drill
someone could be
specifically.
like, I'm tuning this out, bro.
Yeah, drill is the only subgenre of rap that I can't get with it. But to be fair, I don't listen to that much drill here. So
I was about to say, yeah, you're
that
not a
does
big drill guy. I'm not
nah,
either.
man.
Yeah.
I grew up in it. There's some artists who when it came out, there was some artists there who I liked, but yeah, it just didn't stand it didn't last in my playlist. So I'm definitely not trying to hear somebody from somewhere else rapping about the same stuff. Like it doesn't work for me. Even
Yeah.
sonically, it doesn't work for me. But like I
Mm.
said, but when you come to other rappers over there who are getting busy lyrically and who have something to say and are actually talking about their experiences in their countries, I think that it's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love to hear. So the UK artists who are doing that, man, continue pushing it forward there, man, and spreading hip hop worldwide. But before we get into that, let's talk about
Yeah.
uh some diss records that have come out. All right. So Skepta has come out and basically said, I won't smoke with a US artist. All right.
That's what he said.
Now to be fair, Skepta is a larger artist in the UK than Joyner Lucas is in the States. Would you agree?
I would have 100% agree. Yeah.
So it's for whatever reason, Joyner Lucas. I don't know the timeline on if Joyner Lucas jumped out and said, "Hey, I volunteer myself. What's
Yeah.
up?" I don't know if that's how it went or if he called out Joyner Lucas first. I'm not sure, but I did listen to the diss record that Skepta put out about Joyner Lucas. He ended up releasing a record called Friendly Fire, aiming at Joyner Lucas. And it seems like this is just rap. It don't seem like they don't like each other in real life, or I don't think they
Yeah.
know each other or are at all familiar with each other outside of the hip hop. So Skepta decided to release a diss track on Joyner Lucas called Friendly Fire. And I want to say one thing. It's trash. And I don't know what your opinions are on it, but the first line when that man said, trying to rap like you went to Harvard. I said, I'm out. This is
Yeah.
trash.
I
Trash.
knew, yeah.
Hot
I knew that
garbage.
was gonna be it.
Hot,
Yeah.
hot garbage. What did you think? I thought it was
Nah.
hot garbage. I try and I went into there with a clear mind because I was like, you know what? I think this could be a dope moment for hip hop. I'm going into there just to see who got bars. Maybe Skepta
Mm.
gonna come on here and get busy.
Nah. No. Nah, it wasn't good, bro. And I
He
agree.
single handedly proved why U.S. rap is better in one song.
Which is why Drake's what he said about UK like UK rap just made that more hilarious to me. Cause I'm like, if this is the song, if this is what's gonna be the example of that, they're doomed. Like the conversation is doomed, bro. Nah, so you rapping like you went to Harvard. What? Also,
Is that
like,
an insult? That's the crazy part. Is that I don't even know if is that supposed to be an insult?
is that supposed to be a bad thing? One. Two, like he wasn't saying like anything, and the things that he was saying, he wasn't saying it well. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like,
No.
yo, if you want to say Joyner Lucas hasn't had a hit, just say that, like say it more artistically. He was just like, you haven't had a hit in a while. Like, and it's just
But
like,
you know what?
okay.
This goes back to the evolution. They haven't evolved enough yet. They haven't been doing it long enough. You ever remember,
Yeah.
man? Hip hop. There's been hip hop rap beef since it started.
Right. And
Since
yeah.
it started, since we talk, people was getting busy in the early a bit since Busy being them. You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
has been people have been getting busy, so we've had a longer time to know how to break down a person lyrically. We
Right.
practiced it for a long time, even before hip hop. We was playing the dozens and roasting long before that. That's what we do around here. I don't know what the
Right.
culture is there, but I'm telling you, around here, we've been talking crazy about each other for a long time.
For a
We
long
do it for
time.
fun. We insult each other for fun.
We mastered it.
We've mastered it, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
poetic at this point for us. This is what we do for fun. Me and my friends talk about each other in ways that other people are like, why are y'all this disrespectful to each other? This is how we greet each other.
Literally. This is love that we're showing each other, actually.
Absolutely.
Uh,
100%. This is so in return, Joyner Lucas, which I already knew. Anybody who's
mm.
familiar with Joyner Lucas, I honestly feel like Joyner Lucas is severely underrated.
Severely underrated. I would
I think
agree.
I think Joyner Lucas is one of the best lyricists out right now. It has been for a little while. I think he does some dope conceptual songs and has for a while. I think he puts out dope visuals to go along with a lot of dope conceptual songs that he has for a while. Like Joyner Lucas has
Yeah.
been dope for a while. But I think he just doesn't necessarily get the love he deserves on that front. But I knew that it wasn't going to take him long to respond to this because this is Joyner Lucas can rap for real. So he ended up putting out a response called "Nobody Cares." What did you think?
Nah, this joint was fire. And I'm not it's like I know we haven't I know we can sound like very subjective, right? Like we're obviously from the States, so we're gonna look at it
Absolutely.
maybe a little differently. I understand how people can say that, but if you actually listen to the songs back to back, this is just a better song. Like the beat's
Oh,
better. And Joyner is breaking down, as you said, like we're accustomed to hearing rappers break down the psyche of like their combatants, people that they're going against. And Joyner is like, bro, you probably want to be American. You probably sit in your room dreaming of being from New York. You know what
yo,
I'm
that was
saying? You know what I mean? So it's just different. And he's flowing. He's flowing better. He's really taking like
and
deep jabs. You know what I'm saying?
deep jabs and telling them this nobody listens to you over here. You know what I mean? We not on that. We don't
What did he
care.
say?
We don't care if you pop it over here. Nobody cares.
He said, I've never heard anyone in my life say, play that new Skepta. I was like, dang,
And that's
that
a
hurt.
fact. And that's a fact
It's
too.
true though. I have
That's
I've heard him say, play that Drake. That also has Skepta on it, like
correct.
here. But like most people I know don't listen to UK rappers. I'm like, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's anybody other than you. I think you're my only.
I'm the only one of
You're the
your
only
friends?
person I know who listens to UK
That's
rap
crazy. Wow.
in real
Yeah.
life. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, let me tell you, I take that back. You're the only black person I know. 'Cause there's a colleague of mine who's another professor who I know listens to a lot of international rap. But I think you're the
Is he
only person.
British?
No,
Oh, I was about to say that would be hilarious
he
if
just
he
listens to a
happened to be
lot of
British.
international rap music in general. But
Okay.
I don't. But other than that, yeah, no, I think you got it, Earl. You don't you don't know who bumping this for real.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
hilarious. But nah, like he even said, Joyner even said, we not friends like that, bro. Like like let's get to rapping. Like so, yeah,
and
Joyner like smoked him, bro.
this 100% sounds like a warm up. This does not
Absolutely.
sound like Joyner Lucas was trying at all. This sounds
No.
like this is a warning shot. You go ahead. And he even said on there, I'll make another record. I hope it's good. Because I think this is just him warming up. I think he has already recorded a bigger, more disrespectful record on the way.
Yeah, yeah, I could see it because it was more like he was just putting up shots at the gym. That's what it seemed
Yeah,
like because
this was a
he
layup for
wasn't
sure.
really going as far as we know a lyricist like Joyner can go, but it was
Absolutely.
just deep enough for it to, you know
For
what
it
I'm
to
saying,
sting a
for it to
little bit.
cut, for it to sting, like you know what I mean. So yeah,
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 man. I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna follow this back and forth. And you know me, man. I am an despite me, my research and my teaching being about conscious rap and how rap can advance society and through socially conscious and aware messaging, all that stuff. I like
hmm
seeing rap battles.
yeah,
I
yeah,
want to see
yeah,
y'all go at it. Especially when it's peaceful. I don't. When it's just rap.
when it's just
I'm
rap.
a big advocate for battle rap. I think it's an important part of the culture. I think people need. I think it's a really important part of hip hop. It always has been. Who's the best MC? Who's the best lyricist? It makes people push their lyricism further, and I think it's dope, man. So I want to see it.
Yeah, no, I want to see it, man. Like, what's crazy? Like, I feel like this is going to be one of the more underrated like exchanges. Hopefully, Skepta got to step up for it to be really of note, though. I think that's
Yeah. Oh,
what may be
absolutely.
missing.
But
You know
that's
what I
why I
mean?
think Joyner Lucas even said, like, you better go get Central C, go get Dave, go get some help. You know
Get
what I mean?
Drake
That
because they close.
right. Drake don't know where he want to be from, so I don't. You don't know what accent he gonna pop up on the track with.
You feel me? After Toronto was screaming "not like us," bro, I would be against the earth at this point. Like, bro, let me call up somebody else and get on one of them ships with them billionaires at this point, dog.
Bro, yeah, nah, man. Drake. I don't know why you fanned this fire, but like I said, I. It's not even. Come on, man.
Yeah, man, it's not even
You
close.
know what? You know what lyricists in America do.
Come on, he should know better than anybody.
Seeing that you've been using them to write some of them songs of yours,
And you got smoked by one of
and
the
you
better
by one
ones
of the best ones, two of the best. You got smoked twice. You got
twice.
smoked by Pusha T, and then you
Hmm.
turned around and got whooped even worse by Kendrick. So it's like
Well, he should know, and they're from two different coasts. So you got
you
you
got
got
you
bi-coastal
you
like
got
smoke.
you got spanked by from Virginia all the way to
Mhm.
Compton. You know what I mean? You got
Crazy.
Yeah, no, man, stop it,
Absolutely.
stop it, bro. You already know who run this rap stuff, man. Come on.
S- Speaking of beefs, man, there's another one between Travis Scott, Pusha T. Pusha T, like this, he revealed in the interview, and it was very clear from the song "So Be It," where he's talking about Travis Scott. And
Yes,
I'm gonna be honest, like Bun B came out and said, "Yo, me knowing Travis Scott, they're both from Houston area. He's like, yo, I know Travis is gonna respond. He's not gonna lay down and let Pusha talk about him like that." And true to his word, Travis Scott actually did respond on Champagne Vacay off the new album Jackboys to the compilation album with him and his in the crew. What did you think? Did you listen to the song? And if so, like, what did you think about Champagne Vacay and Travis's response?
so I went and listened to it, man. I listened to it actually right before we started recording, and I actually will say this: number one, I was not looking forward to a Travis Scott response because he can't rap to me. Let's start there. I agree with Pusha T when he said I felt it on a deep spiritual level when he said I don't even like rappers who don't rap. I
Mm,
I felt when he said that. I don't. If you can't rap,
mm.
I don't even really want to hear you. And it's not to say that he's Travis Scott. I think is great musically,
Yeah, I think so.
but I wasn't looking forward to hearing him engage in a back and forth.
I
But
wasn't either. Yeah.
I think the little shot was cool. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was a
Mm,
unique way to do it. I think him saying, y'all old dudes, y'all be killing me. You know what I'm saying? And I put
mm,
with I made a meal up, pushing teas. I thought it was a cool little line. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was cool.
mm.
I think you might have done yourself a disservice though, sir. Because if Pusha T decides to respond, it's gonna be bad for you.
It's gonna
Very
be
bad.
really bad.
If Pusha T just gets bored and just wakes up and just like, you know what? I got a little time on my hands. I think it's going to be very bad. I think you're going to regret doing it. To be
I think
honest.
so. I think so, especially because of what he said. He potentially had. I know he debunked the idea on the Breakfast Club interview, Pusha T. I'm talking about, where
Yeah.
they asked him like, "You mentioned on So Be It, like on the fourth verse, like that you had like some type of video of Travis crying or something like alluding to that," and he said, "No, I don't." I feel like he got something else,
I think he got a
like
video of something way worse than him
way
crying.
worse.
And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I will tell you, there's nobody who is better at breaking somebody down with some confidential information than Pusha
Oh
T. We
my
saw
God.
what he did with Drake.
Oh my God.
So I just don't even think you should have. I don't even. You should have just let it go, brother. Nobody looks at Travis Scott to respond. I don't think anybody was like, man, I can't wait to Travis Scott respond. I didn't hear that about one person. You
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
and this song didn't even warrant it.
Nah, it didn't. And I don't feel like that song made sense for a response to happen. I think the beat was hard, and we're gonna talk about like the larger project, Jackboys 2 itself.
Yeah.
But I thought Travis's response, I didn't like it. And the reason it was smooth, like it was smooth, it sounded
Hmm.
good. I don't think the song really fit, but in the context of like the beat and everything else, it was cool. The only issue, I got a couple issues. You're talking about
And we got
pushing
to go back.
t-shirts.
We got to rewind back to you tell us you did not like in that Nas verse. We
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah. We'll
Yes.
we'll go back to that. So okay, you talk. Travis is talking about pushing T's on Champain and Vacay, and he's obviously alluding to Pusha T, and basically saying, "Yo, I made so much money being the very person who you like discount." You know what I'm saying, or you
Uh-huh.
criticize, or you don't really rock with. I'm the same person that generate millions of dollars just on my brand and name alone. Nobody questioned that. Nobody questioned that. Like, bro, you have a whole McDonald's meal, collaborations with Jordan. That's not what Pusha was going at. He was going at your
No.
character. You know what
Correct.
I'm saying? Like, and secondly, too, Travis said, I know my YNs feel me. I'm tired of these old dudes saying something. Travis, bro, 34 is not old. Okay.
But it is surely not young.
And you are not a YN. And if you
I
were, you are an old YN that has since needed to
you
move
know what?
on
I
and
thought that
graduate.
same thing, brother. Brother, he's older than both of us.
Bro, like, what are you talking about? You're not a YN. I know his audience is
And,
younger. Like, I
and
get
I'm
that.
31 and I don't refer to myself as I'm big bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We in big bro territory. If I'm
Yeah,
at 28 calling myself a YN, I look crazy. He's 30, he's 6 years older than me. Why are
bro.
you why are you saying your fellow YNs can feel you, Travis?
You're in your 30s, my
Come
boy.
on, bro.
It's
Come
that's older
on.
than you. No, 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 no.
Especially in rap. Like, I hate to put ages on rap, especially after we just saw the clips. We see what Nas does. We see what a lot of these
I didn't
older
even
Travis
realize
artists do.
Malice is 52 years old.
What? And you know what's crazy? He don't even look 52, and
Neither
he
one of them
certainly
do, man.
ain't rapping
They are
like he's
eating.
out of shape.
They are eating well. I don't know how they living. They do not look anywhere near. I think Pusha T is like 48, 49, and Malice is
Which is
52.
crazy. Which
So,
is crazy, bruh. So, and thirdly, bro, I can't. Since we on the topic, I hate when people do the your old thing,
no, I hate it
bro.
too.
It don't matter. I can be older and still correct in what I'm saying. I still can be older and clips prove it and still make just as good, if not better, music than you. It don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like the response was better than maybe I expected,
Well,
but like it didn't move the
I think I
needle.
graded him on the curve because I didn't expect because I don't think he could rap. So I think I graded. I think that the fact that it
Yeah.
was a little witty, I gave him a little extra bonus
Yeah.
point, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. But Travis, man, it was I'm surprised he responded, to be honest, first and foremost. I really am. I feel like I'm glad he didn't go to social media to do it. I'm so
Yeah.
glad he ain't sent out a tweet or like make a meme.
Yeah,
You know what I
no,
mean?
no, do
Like,
it on the
so
record. And you know
I give
what?
him respect for that.
The little bit of me being cynical, I want to see. I hope Pusha T just wakes up bored and is just like, you know what? I'm gonna do Travis Scott dirty. Because if he puts the
Yo.
Travis Scott disc record out, it's gonna be bad.
Oh, it's gonna be bad, bro. It's gonna be bad.
It's gonna
And
be
I
career
yeah.
altering for Travis Scott. Travis Scott already he was able to rebound from this whole thing that we talked about a couple episodes ago. He was able to rebound from that. I don't know if he rebounded from what Pusha gonna do to him.
I don't know.
Now
And I
he'll
don't
still
know
be big
how.
because his fan base is so outside of hip hop that I mean
Yeah.
just like
It's
Drake.
massive.
It's just like
It's
Drake. You know
massive.
what I mean? It's like
Mm,
they're fan. People are fans of them who aren't even fans of hip hop. There
1000%.
are
And
rock fans who are fans of
yeah,
Travis Scott.
who are fans of his shoes, his brand partnerships, and everything else. Not even maybe necessarily his music, which is interesting too.
And I'm
So
be
yeah.
and I don't know what your take is on this, but if Travis Scott wasn't black, I wouldn't even consider him a hip hop artist.
Mm,
I would put Travis Scott in alternative like a mug. Beyond.
mm. So for me, it's still rap. It's just like, bro, it's in one of those weird pockets, right? Because like,
I think it's
do you
closer to
consider
alternative
Cuddy a rapper?
rock. No.
Okay. So that's a different conversation. Because I still consider Cuddy a MC because I think the heart of what they do
I think he has
is
rapped
MC.
before, but if you look
Yeah.
at the bulk of his music, no, I wouldn't
What do
consider.
you call that? Like I always call it
I
alternative
think it's hip
rap.
hop influenced.
Mm.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's alternative rap. But we haven't broken hip hop down into enough subgenres like that. And
Yeah.
I think if you had to break it down to a subgenre, it'd be like I would say alternative rap, emo rap, if you will.
Yeah.
I think that it would go somewhere. It's definitely hip hop influenced, and
Hmm.
they've used production that is hip hop influenced. But what they're doing, I don't consider rapping.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I agree in the fact that Travis, when it comes to the actual skill to rap, he's behind. I also don't think he really
Wants to.
focuses on it. Yeah, I don't
Mm,
think he focuses on it because I've heard him rap. Like I'm a huge Travis Scott fan for R&R folks listening. Like
yeah,
I was a huge Travis Scott fan growing up. So I heard him rap on like Apple Pie, where he's talking about like, wanting to have these higher aspirations to be a
yeah.
superstar, to take care of his family, things of that nature. And Coco Bean, where he's talking about like starting a family, being a father, being so he's
And I've heard,
capable. I just think, yeah,
and the same thing with Cuddy. I've heard Cuddy rap before,
Cuddy's
especially on some of his
amazing.
early projects. Like I've heard Cuddy rap, but I would say 90% of his music, he ain't rapping.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
like,
he's crooning.
it's almost we don't consider Linkin Park raps sometimes.
Oh my God, wow! I haven't heard that name in a minute.
You
They did
know,
a Jay-Z project,
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
they? Crazy,
Same thing
crazy.
with what's the group? Rage Against the Machine got some rap. I mean, some of these other
Yeah,
groups got rapping it, but we don't consider them hip hop. So it's
yeah,
like, you know what I mean? But it's because they're
yeah.
white.
What's that other group that that Yeezus was inspired by? Death Grip?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that kind of rap? Ish.
I
It's
ain't
like
never.
heavy metal rap.
Yeah,
Bro,
probably. So I
that's
ain't
the
never.
thing. Rap or hip hop, whatever like these other artists or acts are categorized under, is so diverse. Like hip
We
hop doesn't get enough credit for its
It's
diversity.
extremely diverse, and that's why I said,
Extremely.
we have to. That's why I said, some people are anti, like all these subcategories or creating that type of division in rap. But I don't think it is. I don't think it's divisive. I think we need another category for Lil, and they all need to be in the same category. Lil Uzi, Travis Scott,
Mm.
um,
Playboy, Cardi.
Playboy Cardi, all of that needs to be called something else. I'm sorry. They're
Mm.
not rapping. You know what I'm saying? And when they do it, they're not doing it well. So but they make good music. It's just something else. That shouldn't
Yeah.
be in the same category with Nas. That shouldn't be in the same category with JID. It just
Nah.
doesn't make sense.
Nah, nah, it shouldn't.
We need a
think subgenre
subcategory.
subcategories make
And
sense.
I think
It
it
makes
hurts them.
sense to me.
I think it hurts them for even when you have awards and stuff like that, because it's like they
Mm.
can't get they can't get rap album of the year.
Nah, I
I know
don't
they're
see
trying
that,
to
bro.
with the melodic rap. I know that they made a category of that in at the Grammys. What is it? Is it melodic rap? I think it's something
Maybe
like
I would
that.
have to
It's something in that
dig. Yeah,
realm of like melodic hip hop song or something of that nature. It's usually
yeah.
not one of the ones that's broadcasted on the award ceremony, but they have another category for
Mhm.
that, which I think they're trying to address that of
Yeah,
what they're doing. But
as they should.
yeah,
Because like
because
again, the diversity is crazy. Like there's artists who all like are under that umbrella that just don't make any sense being considered in the same class,
no,
tier, or even
no.
category. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely
It's
hear
not
you on
fair
that, bro.
to have Lil Uzi's album and competing in the same category with J. Cole. It just doesn't make sense.
Nah, and again, I think it would benefit those artists more for it not to be under the same
Absolutely. Let's
category for that
compete against the
reason.
people who are doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
And a lot of them,
Um,
like I said, if Lil Uzi was not black, he would be in the rock category. You would
yeah, or something. Yeah, like
He'd be
rock rap
alternative rock.
category.
He'd be
Yeah,
an
or something
alternative
like that.
rock or something in that nature.
Mm,
He wouldn't be considered a hip hop act.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I digress. The I want to see what Pusha T says next.
I want to see what he says, what he reveals, what he does. I feel like if anything, I'm gonna get laughs out of it because
That's
I'm one of
exactly what I
the,
want.
I'm one of those fans, bro. I gotta be objective. Like, there's albums of people who I admire as artists that I don't like, and I'm open about that. Like, and when it comes to Travis Scott, I can see the fault lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Hmm.
very obvious. And I don't blame anyone for like pointing that out.
No, not at all. Like there's and everybody's not good at everything. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
some so. There are some people who I know I think are great lyricists who I don't necessarily like their music. So
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So for them, their artists, they are more centered on the melodic, the production. That's Travis
yeah.
Scott. Same thing with Future to me. You know what I mean?
Same thing with Future.
Future's is the exact same way to me. I think the difference is Future's production is clearly hip hop.
It's very
You
hip
can't
hop.
really put Future
Yeah,
in. Future has some projects that you could put in other categories, but in general, Future still makes club music that is still fits um, the hip hop sound.
and he's Dungeon Family, like, bro, like,
And
so
right,
you know what I mean? He comes from
yeah,
that cloth, like he's a part of that. So
that's
yeah,
that. The Atlanta man, it's still the influence is still there. Even
yeah,
when he does his own melodic thing, you can still tell that it's hip hop influence.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Do we have anything else? Oh,
Yeah, Jack
we
Boys too.
Jackboys too, man. Recently, Travis Scott released the price. Who else is on this? Is Travis Scott?
So SoFaygo, Don Toliver, probably one of my top three favorite hip hop artists right now. Who else? Sheck Wes, everyone that's a part of the Cactus Jack label or crew. That's Travis Scott's label. For those that don't know,
Mhm.
they're on this. This is the second collaboration between the Cactus Jack Collective, Jack Boys. And this is
And
the first one in 6 years. So
nah,
yeah,
oh wow. And see, I'm less familiar with this collective and this Jackboys series. So what did you think about the first one?
the first one is solid. It's a lot shorter than this new one. It's about 7 records. And it got like some solid joints on there, man. That has some rotation in my car in the club, hookah spot. We gonna need a category for that, hookah rap.
Hookah
But
rap. Hookah, I think we
but
created that. I think we've
bro, we
created that
did. We
category.
coined that one. So if anybody steals it, they got to give credit to
We
R and
need to go
R.
ahead and copyright that. Hookah rap.
Yeah, facts. So some songs you might remember maybe from like the first one was "Highest in the Room" by Travis Scott.
Oh, that
Maybe
was on there. Okay.
that was on there.
I like that song a lot,
Had
actually.
enough with Don Toliver, Quavo, and Offset. So
Highest
yeah,
in
there
the
was
Room
some
is actually
records.
one of my favorite Travis Scott songs.
What highest in the room?
I just like it. I just like the sound of that song. It's just hard.
Beat stupid. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And yeah. So to follow up with this one, man, 6 years later, I think the album is. I think the album, the project is cool. I think it's cool actually. I think it's cool. It got like a lot of like the same kind of club records. If you go in this expecting something to come from it, like when it comes to like conscious or just lyricism, you're
Mm.
not gonna find it here. But it's a vibey album. I think perfect for the summer. I was talking to one of my boys as I was listening to the album. I was like, I need to be outside. Like, what am I doing in this? Working on this book, like being a professional. Like, I need to be out on a boat and you know what I'm saying in Miami, like listen to this junk. So some of
But
my favorite records on here, man. Ironically, Champagne and Vacay. I actually liked the record a lot. Despite how I felt like it was where it fit with the Pusha T response on Travis Scott's part. But 2000 Excursion, Contest with SoFaygo. Where was you with Future and Cardi? Like and Travis Scott on there. I think how I felt about the first Jack Boys is how I feel about this one though. I'm
mm,
biased. I think Don Toliver has the best moments on this entire project.
okay.
Because Don Toliver to me is a branch off of Travis Scott's tree that has since broken off, bloomed into a bigger tree. Like I
Mm,
actually think Don Toliver has like kind of is just a better artist, bro. And like that may be a hot topic for fans of Travis.
mm.
Maybe not. I don't know, but I think he has some of the best moments on there. I wanted to point to this one record to you. I was hoping you would hear. I don't know if you did, but it's
Yeah, I have
Travis
not.
Scott.
I have not finished this record yet, unfortunately.
Okay.
Which number is it? I only made it to like
Listen,
four.
it's Shine, right? Which is it's an interpolation or a sample Shine's Bad Boys record.
Oh,
If you
really?
remember that joint,
Of
like you know what I
course.
mean? With like kind of like the Caribbean influence, like
Yeah.
or sample. So
You talking about whoa? That one?
exactly.
Oh man,
Now
I like that joint too.
you won't like this one. All right. So so yo,
He
listen,
messed it
man.
up. Oh
Bro, because he tried to do
man,
that.
come on.
Hubbity-bibbity-bobbity-bit,
Oh,
like he
and he got Glorilla on it.
bro, all right. So Glorilla
Uh,
spazzed.
hey
She
man,
spazzed on this one.
hey man, let me say this. I was in the car with my girl and her
Mm.
friends doing the DD thing. I will say this. I I gotta admit, man, I can
Hmm.
finally say this on the. I like Glorilla's music, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Finally?
I will finally confess. I will confess,
Wow.
man. And I knew this because I gave my girlfriend Bluetooth privileges in my car, which I usually don't do.
Yeah.
And at first she was playing some other stuff, and I was like, mm-mm. But when Glorilla stuff came on, I was like, you know what? I could do
She's
this.
hard, bro. She's hard.
So
She's
so she
hard.
did good on it, but the song is trash. Is what you're saying?
The song is not trash. What's crazy is it's good up until Travis Scott and Glorilla had this bright idea of them doing a hobbity beebity bobbity bee like on the
No,
actual song. Why did you do that and just not let the sample do that, bro?
they were.
Like, look silly, bro. Like, there's so many memes online about that joint, bro. Like, it's crazy, but it's fire up until that point, bro. She has
Oh God.
Glorilla specifically because I ain't gonna lie, she's the true person that shined on this record called Shine. Ironically, she said something that I don't think I can repeat on a podcast, but I implore all of y'all just listen to that verse before she gets into the how many that part
That
fire.
okay, but the rest of it is fire.
The rest of it is fire. Glorilla
Okay.
spaz. This
All
might
right,
be my favorite verse on a
I'm gonna
whole
check it out,
joint.
man. I like Glorilla's sound, man. I do.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I have to admit, she out of that crop of women MCs. MC, I'm using the term MC very loosely, by the way. um, that I like her the best out of them.
I think I do too. I think like Meg got some hits. We can't ignore that.
Oh yeah, and she go. Meg
Lotto.
probably Meg raps the best out
I
of
think
out of
she
that crop. Her or Lotto.
her and Lotto. Her and
Her or
Lotto
Lotto
for
probably are
sure.
the best rappers out of that new batch
Yeah. The rest I'm not
artists.
as familiar with. Like I don't listen to Rico Nasty, Scarlip. I
I
don't
don't.
listen
I'm
to,
not as familiar with the music.
yeah, but Rhapsody,
Rhapsody not. I
come
don't.
on.
She's not talked
She's
about.
in another category.
Let me be. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not. Rhapsody is. I'll talk about Rhapsody when I talk about J Cole and them.
You
She's
feel
over
me?
there. I don't even
Yeah.
talk about her with the club, you know, strip rap type music. No,
You feel me?
Rhapsody, Tierra Whack, all of them is in another.
Different tier.
We talk
Different
about
tier.
them differently than I. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the club rappers.
I'm glad you mentioned Tierra Whack, man. Like she doesn't get enough love or shine.
Tierra Whack can rap.
She can rap, bro,
Her
and
music is
she's
sometimes a little too
creative.
obscure for me,
Yeah,
but she can rap though.
and she's like, I think she might she might be a little too creative for her own good sometimes. I think
But when
diving into making more traditional, structured songs could be to her benefit, maybe, and being more active. But as an artist, bro, I think, and as a representative for women rap, I think she's actually great.
oh, I
Like I
think she's
think she's great
dope.
for
I
that.
think she's dope. I think that I can't think of the name of the song. I have the video in my head. My first time hearing
Mhm.
her was that video where she's but it's weird. They got the potatoes peeling. You know the
Yeah,
one
I
I'm
know what
talking
you're talking
about?
about.
I
I
can't
don't
think
know
of the
the
name of the
song
record. I
right
can't think of
now.
the name of the record, but
Yeah,
she rapping on there. But that was my first time hearing her, and I was like, "Yo, no, she's nice." And
she
then that made me
nice,
dig into some
bro.
of her other records. I was like, "Oh no, she can rap, like super
Yeah,
lyrical." So, like I said, sometimes her music is too obscure for me to like. It doesn't fit in with the playlist that I listen to.
yeah.
But when the hip hop ones that she makes are hard.
Fire, bro. She's hard. She's a special talent. And I'm so glad Philly has her as its
Absolutely.
own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, she's hard. I gotta give it to her. But yeah, man. We didn't get a chance to get into it today, or this would be a hour and a half, 2 hour podcast episode.
Yeah.
Um, but we will get to Larry June's new album, man. We have to
Yeah.
talk about it. We'll give a deeper breakdown next week. Until night comes, him and Cardo got wings. You already know what that's hitting on.
Fire combination.
Yes, sir. 14 records. So expect that on the next episode of the podcast. Man, hitting hits. Man, we got to do some
Hitting
hitting hits.
hits.
Man,
Yes,
let's go.
sir.
We go.
List yours, man.
Let me
What's
go
yours?
through, man. So, even though we'll do a deeper breakdown of the album, I have to say 50's in the City by Larry June on this new project. We'll talk
Mm-hmm.
about it deeper then, but hard. That's on my
Hard.
list of hitting hits. An older record by Nipsey Hussle is on there called Perfect Timing.
Mm.
Highly suggest going back to that, man, and checking it out. Hard record.
Mhm.
Let's see what else. Let's see what else. What you got? What you got? Let me look through and see.
Man, you drew from the same album as me. I'm gonna go. On the under. Larry June and Cardo. Cardo got wings, man. Like that joint is
Mm.
fire. And I'm excited to talk about this album next week, bro, because this joint is stupid.
Yeah.
What else? I would say MM3, SoFaygo off the Jackboys 2 compilation album. I just think this is probably the best beat on there. And this whole album's production is stupid. So like MM3 by SoFaygo is definitely worth a worthy check out. Um you already said 50's in the city. I was actually gonna say that too. Yo, I'm gonna do a throwback. I was listening to Pusha T talk about how on POV he was trying to harness Guru.
Yeah, I heard him say that.
And so I went back to Guru. And I was like, yo, I love jazz rap. Let's go back. So Feel the Music by Guru, man. Classic joint, bro. So if you
Mm.
aren't hip to Guru, listen to his old stuff, man. RIP to the legend as well. This is amazing. He's an amazing symbol of hip hop, especially when it comes to jazz rap, that genre. So yeah.
Nice, nice. And you know what, I'm gonna do a throwback then too, man, because y'all loved our talk about Beanie Siegel's use of AI and his new record. I want to do a Beanie Siegel one, man, that I need y'all to check out. This is one of my favorite hip hop songs in general across the board. Can't Be Life, Jay-Z,
Choo.
um, the
Fire.
whole Rockefeller family, hard.
Hard, bro.
Hard record, man. This can't be life for any of our listeners who've never heard that track. Please do yourself
Please.
a service and go check that one out. Yes,
Please.
sir. Yes, sir, man. And that's our hidden hits, man. We're a year in, bro.
Year end, bro. Like, join this crazy, man. But we only gonna go up from here, man. I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe, bro. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell
Hey man,
another
hit the
friend.
subscribe button. Stop playing with us, man. All right, look, go ahead and hit the subscribe. Y'all listening to all our stuff. Just subscribe. Make sure that y'all are locked in with us on YouTube. We appreciate you all checking out all our videos. Subscribe there. If you listen on audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, man, make sure y'all give us that 5-star rating. Make sure you share it with a friend. Continue tapping in with the podcast, man. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram at
Yes.
Rap and Reason. And yeah, man, we hoping for another year of dope reviews and us up in, hip hop topics.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Until next time, my guy.
Until next time, my guy. Peace.
Peace.